How are you?
Good. Oh, it looks so good.
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be so fun. Okay, thanks so much. I don't know where we go. Holy cow, this is so pretty here. All right, we're gonna try to find where we're going. We're gonna be meeting with some old folks and donating our time. Hi, I'm supposed to meet Josh.
Huh?
I'm supposed in the multi-purpose room.
Josh?
Yes.
Let's go. Read the signs.
All right. Hi. You should come with us. We're going to go in the multi-purpose room. Oh my gosh, I love it. So we don't know what we're going to be approaching, but we're going to be... Here they are. I can hear them gathering. They're all ready for Oki. Hi.
Hi.
I'm all for it.
Is this a multi-purpose
I'm
room?
all for it. Okay.
Okay.
Woo. We're
Sorry.
good. She's here. She's gonna do
Sorry.
her thing. Enjoy. We'll be around.
Sorry, Josh. It was...
No worries.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Leslie.
Leslie, I'm Josh. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Are
you.
you in charge of?
Yeah, he's coming with me,
Perfect.
just
I was
watching
told to,
over.
but okay, that's all right.
Hi, you guys. How are you? I'm so excited to be here and to share Oki with you guys. Have you guys ever seen an owl up close before? No? Well, you guys are going to have a fun time today, and you guys will be able to come up closer to and get to know Oki and get close to him. But I'm really excited to share my passion and love of owls and birds of prey with you guys so that you guys can have this beautiful experience with Oki. So Oki, he is a great horned owl. He's considered the largest owl species here in North America. Great horned owls, a couple really cool things about them is they are the apex of the food chain. So they are one of the only predators here in North America that has no predators at night. So they're the only raptor that has no predators. So they rule the night sky. In the daytime, they have to be camouflaged. This is the coloring. So he blends in right with the bark of the trees. And he stays hidden in the daytime because they're nocturnal, so they sleep. He wants to go on this thing here. Oh, he'll go over here. So they're nocturnal, and they like to sleep in the daytime. So Oki, he'll sleep about 11 hours a day. So he sleeps a really long time. See this cute little noise he makes? This noise, in fact, come here. He'll like to go on your shoulder. He wants...
Say so.
And a lot of times he'll just hoot and he makes the classic hoot sound. It goes, woo, 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 woo. And that's the sound that he makes. And then he has a lot of different types of hoots. Is he soft and not too hard?
Oh, no, not at all.
You're not scratching yet?
No, he's totally fine.
Yeah. So he has like a really good, wholesome, peaceful energy. He flies free in my home. And I only have him leashed when I'm outside here, just like a dog or a horse when you transport them. But yeah, he just flies around my home. This morning he had his breakfast. He ate a pheasant. So all raptors, they need to eat other animals. That's what their food is. And so last night he had part of the pheasant, the day before some rabbit. And his favorite things, I knew he was going to fly, are mice. And if you'll settle down a little bit, I brought a little pinky mouse, and you guys can see him eat his mouse, his little breakfast. I have something that I wanted to pass around while you guys are sitting there, because I think this would be so interesting for you guys to see why owls are silent flyers. Have you guys heard how they're silent flyers? Have you heard that people mention that? Well, when they put owls in a sound booth, they actually cannot measure any sound that they give off when they fly. They're absolutely silent. And they're the only bird of prey that is silent. And there's a reason why. It's in regards to how their feathers are created. So I'm going to pass this around and you guys can see this is the leading edge of one of his wingtip feathers, okay? Owls and all birds of prey will drop their feathers once a year and they just get a fresh new set because they get damaged when they start going through bushes and trees and then so they just need a new set every year. So this fell off last year and on the edge of the feather you're going to see it looks like, he wants to go here, it looks like a serrated edge of a comb. It's very prickly on the edge of an owl feather. And that is so when they fly through the air, the wind doesn't cut on the wing and make a sound. It just will boil over, the turbulence will go over the wing, and that attributes to their silent flight. Their silent flight, a lot of people think it's for the prey so they cannot hear them coming up. It is not so much for the prey, it's actually for them because they need everything so silent so they can pinpoint where their prey is without ever even having to see it a lot of times. So they can find their prey just based off of the hearing because they have the most impeccable hearing. They can hear a mouse up to 700 feet away underneath the leaves and the snow and not ever even see it. And just with their impeccable hearing, they'll just hear maybe a little twig or a leaf just snap. And they can pinpoint through their incredible hearing and fly down and be able to pick it up through the leaves and snow without ever seeing it. Isn't that amazing? They have a 65% kill rate that way. The front of, I can tell you want to go over here. The front of their face, you know how it's like a satellite disc shaped face on the front? That actually acts like a giant ear for the great horned owls. They have two very large ear openings on the side of their head and they're asymmetrical. One is a little higher, one is a little lower, so that they can hear their prey based off the direction that it hits their ear first, and they can pinpoint the sound. They turn their head towards the direction of the sound, and then they'll fly down and grab it. Come here, Oki. So, Oki, a little bit about Oki, what makes him interesting and different from other birds. And I'll come kind of close to you guys so you guys can see him when I walk around. I'm going to pass this feather around, okay? And you can see this feather, what I was talking about.
Oh, look at those eyes.
Here, you can hold it and just kind of pass it down. But I want you guys to see how the edges of the feather, that's what makes them silent flyers, okay?
Oh, look at him.
And so, isn't he
He
so?
or she?
It's a he.
Oh, is she?
A he. It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yeah, he's 3.5 years old, and he lives with me full time, but he flies free in my home. I don't have him tethered on this at home, so that I can give him just lots of freedom. I give him baths every day. His type of a bath. Come here. Do you feel the wind? Right? He's like a big fan. Here, you want to come over here? Watch, he can just stand right. Come here. See, say hello. Say hello. So you can see his talons are very, very strong. Their talons have the ability, they crush the vertebrae and skeletal structure instantly on the prey that they land on. They're even stronger than eagles. The power of their talons. They just crush it. That's how they kill because they're so strong. But you can see how they look so camouflaged, right? Isn't he? And you can see his wingspan here all kind of open. And his wingspan is about 4 to 5 feet long. See how? And he likes my shoulder, you know. He's just, isn't he so pretty? So he was a rescue, actually. So Oki, he was hit by a car when he was just a few days old. And he was taken into an animal hospital, a rescue center, and he was put on feeding tubes. And they didn't know if he was going to make it. And I work a lot with the rehabilitation centers. I donate a lot of my service and time. And me and Oki started working together, and he just built a bond with me because, you know, he didn't have his natural mother raise him in the wild, right? Because he was just a baby, so he didn't know how to act like an owl and be aggressive and protect himself like an owl. Here, come on up. You can put him on your shoulder.
Does it hurt?
No, come on up. He loves everybody here. You'll feel he's actually a lot lighter than you think.
Whoa.
Say hi. Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, that is so cool.
He's
Can
not.
I take,
Yeah.
Can I take a selfie?
Yes, absolutely. So he's not as heavy as you think. Here, Oki, look this way, sweetheart. Hold on, let me get his eyes to look. Sweetheart, look over here. There he goes.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a lot lighter than you imagine. He's all
Yeah, he is
feathers.
light.
Great horned owls. Come here. That's just a little nervous.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Pardon? Okay, his throat. That's a great question. Just throw out questions anytime you guys have them. So his throat, when he's breathing quickly like that, that's a sign of him cooling his body temperature down. Kind of like a dog when it runs, it goes, it pants. And great horned owls, because of all these feathers, it makes them run hot. It's like them wearing a jacket. So they like the cooler temperatures, not so much the warm temperatures. In fact, they love the cool temperatures so much that in the winter time, right now is when they're sitting on their eggs. They're thriving right now. So they're all sitting on eggs. They call their mate in every year, their same mate. And they know them by their hoot. So as soon as they touch beaks and kiss one another, that means that is their mate for life. Forever. Until death do they part. So every year, I'll come over here too so you guys can see him. Every year, did you feel it blow your hair? Yeah, so every year around November, December timeframe, they go out and they start to hoot for their mate. And they know their mate knows them based on their tone of their hoot, okay? So each owl has its specific tone. It's like a tuning fork, right? So his is woo, 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 the woo, 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 woo. And then another owl will be woo, 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 woo. You know, so they have different like tones and ways that they hoot, and their mate knows that hoot. And so every year they call them in and they take over other birds' nests. Owls do not make their own nests. They leave that work to other birds. So what they'll do is they will intentionally attack red-tailed hawks and eat them, kill them, owls, eagles, anything, everything, skunk. So great horned owls love skunk. It's one of their favorite things because they do not have a sense of smell. They didn't need it. So anything that they don't need for the best survival, they gave it up. So they don't smell. And they also, they don't need to see in color because they hunt at night. So they don't see in color.
What did you say that they like?
Skunk.
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 They love skunk, yes. Yeah, and they'll always eat the head of the prey first. They love the head of the prey because it has the most nutrition with the brain and the eyes. And so a lot of times they'll kill their prey. They eat the head first, and then when they're full, they stash it. So they'll take their food and they'll go hide it somewhere, by a bush, a stump of a tree, and they'll hide it so they can come back and get it later. And if the other animals if people are out there and they see an animal with the head missing, they think, oh, it's the coyotes. No, it's the great horned owls. They are the fiercest out of every bird of prey on this planet. Out of every. So when there is an eagle and an owl, you know how an eagle is much larger, right? They're large. If there's an eagle and an owl close to each other, the owl will kill the eagle. He will kill the eagle. The reason why is because his talon strength in his talons and his feet is stronger than even an eagle. So they just crush. As soon as they grab, whatever they grab with their talons, it's instant death. It goes right through the skeletal structure instantly. And they have the ability even to crush a human skull. I mean, it's insane. It's the power of 2 pit bulls biting you. But yet Oki is super, super nice and gentle. It's just their survival instincts, you know? And so that, don't be afraid of him though, because he's never been aggressive or unkind to anybody because he's grown up around me constantly, you know? He's wanting to go on top of the door. Hi. So do you guys have any questions that I can answer of yours? Yeah.
Oh, me.
Yes.
I want to tell you
Yeah.
that we have an owl up in the mountain right up here behind us. And I have feeders outside my window.
Yes.
And I have lots of little birds.
Oh.
And every once in a while, I'll see him on the roof
Yes.
of the next building, next wing. And we said, he's looking for his breakfast.
Yep. They are. You're right.
I've seen him. He came down, he or she.
Yeah.
He came down once.
Yes.
The birds just, he didn't even get off the thing before the birds scattered.
Yeah.
And he just stopped on one of the chairs, and then he flew. He didn't stay.
Yeah. That's so neat that you saw one.
Smaller, I think.
Yes, he's smaller. That's a good observation. So great horned owls, the males, because he's a male, all of them are 15% smaller than the females. So all the females in birds of prey are larger. That's how you know the sex of the bird, is by their weight and size. So you were right. Yes, it's so interesting. When I go out on hikes up in the foothills, all of wildlife will start making its alarm call because when they see the great horned owl, all of them, the crows, the squirrels, the chipmunks, the falcons, they all start, and you don't know how many animals are hidden, but as soon as they see the great horned owl, they're all threatened by him because he's the greatest threat, because he eats all of them. He eats even other owls, other hawks, falcons, rabbits, quail, pheasant, rabbit, fish. They even love fish. They'll go by the bank of the river and they'll get the fish with their talons on the edge. They can even swim on top of water. Owls can. They use their wings on top and they can paddle like that. It's okay. It's okay. But yes, if you guys if you ever went outside when there are owls, or you wanted to know if there's owls in your area, you can go outside and do what's called owling, and you can play owl noises off of your phone and just be real quiet. Go on YouTube and play great horned owl sounds and just wait, and then you'll start to see them coming in and hooting back. So we'll go outside. We have wild owls that will come in and they'll just sit on the balcony. They even get very close where we can hoot back and forth to them, and we just have a hooting conversation. But it's really fun. So that's the way that you can see wildlife in your area. Also, something really neat about owls. Have you guys ever heard about how the owls have a casting or a pellet that they spit up? Have you heard about that? Okay, so owls, every morning before they eat their next meal, they have to spit up the bones, feathers, and skin of the animal that they ate the day before. So what happens, their stomach is a little bit more like ours than other birds of prey. Other birds of prey, they can digest all of the bones and they don't spit anything up. Owls, when they swallow it, oh, I'm sorry, I'll clean that up. It looks like I'm sorry. When they eat, the food gets compressed in their gizzard into what's called a pellet or a casting. And it comes up, it doesn't stink, and it's all that non-digestible items. In fact, I'm going to show you what came up in one of his pellets. I think it was yesterday or the day before. He ate a pheasant that night, and look how big of a bone, for example, came up out of his throat. This is the femur, a leg bone from a bird. They just swallow everything whole, and then they will spit it all up in the morning in a compressed pellet. This is I'll see he's a little more calm right now, but these are the little pinky mice that he likes to eat. So you're gonna have to watch quickly, but he'll just swallow it down in just one little quick little gulp. If he decides to take it, he already had his breakfast. So I'll see if he's, oh, I don't think he will. Are you not hungry? He's licking it and saying, no. So he's already full. Part of his training is working with these little pinky mice. So how I'm training him right now as a falconer, because I am a licensed falconer and I train lots of different hawks and falcons, and I specialize in owls. Oki's my 5th owl that I've trained. So what I do is I train them to become effective hunters and to be able to revert back out into the wild. Oki is unique in the fact, like I said, he didn't have his mother raise him as a baby, so he doesn't even know how to protect himself. When I go out in the wild, it's actually pretty sad. At night, if I go out at nighttime, we together literally get attacked by owls. They'll come down and like land on us and push us, and it's very, very scary and dangerous for Oki. He doesn't know how to protect himself. He doesn't know how to fly away. He thinks everybody and everything is nice. He's nice to dogs and cats and humans, and so he doesn't think it's a fierce world out there. So if I let him go, it'd be like a death sentence for him. It's like sending a handicapped child out and say, figure it out. You know, he's handicapped in the way that he's not aggressive enough to survive. And so it actually is to his best interest that I take great care of him and I spoil him the best that I'm able to, give him the best life. People feel bad when they see him on a leash, but it's just temporary. It's just like a dog when you're walking a dog. And then I let him off a leash and I let him fly free. Like I said, in my home, he goes in any room he wants to. He lands on me at night when I'm sleeping because he's awake, right? He's nocturnal. And so he'll come in my room quite often and he lands on my body and just hoots and watches over me. And he has a great personality. Every morning I'll go out and it's always a surprise what I see in the morning when he's been awake all night, just being rambunctious. A lot of the times I'll go out and all the dogs' toys are taken up and put on a windowsill or a ledge where he hides them. He thinks they're his. The dog comes down and owls will walk pretty good. I don't know if you've seen an owl walk before, but they have really long legs. Their legs go all the way up here, so they can walk really quickly. So he'll get down on the ground and the dog will come and he'll get down and he'll like chase the dog on his little feet and just like chase him down the hallway and things like that. So he has a really cute personality like that. Do you guys have any other questions that you think that I could answer that you might have had about owls? Yeah.
I know there's something that keeps moving under his nose.
Yes, right here.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is him cooling his body temperature down. He's going like, because their body temperature needs to be a lot cooler than ours. It's 87 degrees Fahrenheit for their body temperature. So they overheat quite easily. So he's just cooling himself down. And also sometimes he gets a little nervous when he's in a different environment and he doesn't understand what's going on as much, you know.
He flies everywhere, so you have lots of nests to clean up.
That's a good question. So he goes to his specific locations, like his couple little ledges that he goes to, and then I just put like a clear carpet liner, like a plastic carpet liner underneath him. And if he goes to the bathroom there, then I just pick it up and put it in sudsy water and put it back down so it protects my carpets that way. He has his locations, you know. So
Kind of like a litter box.
yeah, like a litter box. And so I do the best I can. It is a sacrifice. They are messy. I mean, it's work, but I love him so much, and this is what I want to try to give him as much.
How long have you had him?
I've had him for 3.5 years. So since he was just a few days old. Yeah. So
How long are their lifespans?
that's a great question. His lifespan, you will be so surprised. It's the longest out of any raptor on the planet. So they live over 50 years. And did you guys know too, great horned owls is one of the only birds here that we have that are prehistoric. They were alive at the time of dinosaurs. And they're the same fossils, the same adaptation, is because they're most aggressive with their eyesight, their hearing, talon strength, and silent flight. And also the fact they don't need to hibernate. They don't leave their location. So this time of year, when it starts to get cold, all the other birds leave. This is when they thrive because they have a down layer of all these feathers. They stay very warm. In fact, as soon as they leave, that's when they start nesting, having their babies. They thrive in the cold because of their surplus of food.
What about his tongues? Do they hurt? Has he ever been to you?
No, he's always just super nice. Like you can see how soft his talons are. He never clenches down that way. He's always been
The way he hangs on to you is bad.
just pad, just as soft as gently as possible. Yeah. And if you look underneath their feet, it's really interesting. It's like really bumpy underneath their feet. It's so that once they grab their prey, there's absolutely zero chance anything gets out of the grip of the great horned owl. Nothing ever gets out of the grip of the great horned owl. Their talon strength, the grippiness, they have what's called a zygodactyl talon. One of their talons, yeah, this talon is interchangeably a front or rear facing talon. See how wiggly it is? No other bird of prey has that. So as their prey is moving, they can quickly adapt for the best grip. Yeah.
So when you take him out, does he hunt?
Do I what?
When you take him out, does he hunt?
I'm training him right now. He's doing his live kill testing. Before this, he never even learned how to kill anything alive. He was always scared. So I'd give him a little mouse and he'd run away actually from it. Because it'd be moving. It was like Dumbo. He'd be like, oh, my mouse is moving. So he'd run and hide behind the door, and he's a little fraidy cat. So it's taken some time for me to get his confidence up. Drop his weight. It's all about their weight. Get their confidence up so he can now capture his own food on his own if he was to be free. So that's my goal in all of his training. Yeah. Well, I hope that this has been fun for you guys.
Do you think you can go around real fast so we can see it up close?
Yes.
One more time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. We'll go around yeah. We'll just kind of go around close, and you guys can see him aren't they so pretty? In fact, his eyes are the same. I'll tell you a couple of things about their eyes. Are not sphere shaped like ours. So their eyes are tubular shaped, so that they can fit more rods in their eyes for night vision. Yes, his name is Oki.
Okie.
Because he looks like an oak tree. Like when you put him in an oak tree, you cannot see him at all. And I want to get a little owl, and then I want to name it Doki. Oh, I think it'd be so cute. Oki and Doki.
What were you saying about his eyes?
Oh, so his eyes, you know how our eyes are sphere shaped, or they're a ball? His are actually a tubular shaped.
Oh.
So that there's more eyeball surface area. Their eye goes all the way back into their skull, very, very, very far.
Oh my gosh.
So they can have more of that night vision and farsightedness.
What's his name again?
Oki.
Opie?
Oki.
Okay.
So like an oak tree, oak and an
Oki,
E.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh my
And if you guys want to look him up even on YouTube or any of those, you can see his training that I'm posting and the fun things that he does around the house.
Look up Okie?
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Oki, yep. Oki the owl. Yeah, so their eyes take up 5% of their entire body weight. Because their eyes are, oh, there's a feather. Yep, that's a down feather. See how it's all fluffy? And you can see his beautiful yellow eyes. Now, not all owls have the same color eyes either. Great horned owls, these woodland owls that have these yellow eyes, there's several different species. That signifies, their eye color signifies when they most often hunt. Okay, because it's all about being camouflage. All right, so the owls that have dark, black, chocolate colored eyes, they are strictly nocturnal. They hunt at night, so their eye color can't even be seen. Whereas his are yellow, so he mainly hunts at dusk and dawn, because the yellow eyes will blend in with that type of a sunlight.
Does he blink?
Yes, he does blink. He actually has 3 eyelids. So He'll blink. If I touch the top of his head, you can sometimes see him close his eyes slowly. So he has a top eyelid like we do. He has a clear eyelid that is underneath it that washes his eyes, and it acts like glasses and goggles. It protects their eyes, so when they hunt, they put that clear eyelid over their eyes, and then it keeps them from getting scratched in the wild. And it's called the nictitating membrane. And then the bottom eyelid is just used only for sleeping. So as soon as they're sleepy, the bottom eyelid just goes whoop, and just comes up and meets the top eyelid. So the top is for cleaning, the bottom is for sleeping. And then the clear one is for protection. And they use it when they're babies in the nest. They cover their eyes like that so the siblings don't poke their eyes, because their eyes are so important to them. They need to protect them. Is it cool? You want to sit on your shoulder? Come here.
Have him on my arm?
Yeah, you bet. So owls will step backwards. Here, I'll do this one, okay? Well, actually, here, I'll see if he'll just go forward. Here. He usually, here, go behind him. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's just used to shoulders so much. Yeah, you can touch the back of his tail. He doesn't like to be touched up too high, but just like a little. Owls don't really like to be cuddled. They're not cuddly like a dog or a cat. They're very stoic, and they just like to be on their own. But he's not as heavy as you think,
He's
is he?
not, but he's the coolest, like, living bird.
Good energy, huh? Do you want him on your shoulder too?
Yeah.
You got it. Come here, little guy. Come here. Okay, say hello to your new friend.
How old is he?
3.5.
Oh, 3.5.
Yeah. And like I said, he'll live for over 50 years, so he's still, yeah. So yeah,
That's
so
so
he's still
cool.
just like a baby.
That's so cool. Do you like that?
Yeah,
cool.
he's a sweetheart. He's nice to everybody he meets. And this is just my way I like to give back, because he's such a beautiful bird. I like for other people to, I hope
Yeah.
that you enjoyed that. It's fun for other people to enjoy him. Is he gonna go back? Okay.
We're gonna go back.
All right. Well, it's sure been a pleasure meeting all of you guys, and I hope this has been a fun interaction with Oki. If you guys have any other questions, or if you guys want to take a picture next to him, I can do that for you guys too. If you guys, yeah, I can stand next to you, and maybe Josh could take a picture or something
I sure can. I can take multiple pictures.
for their memories, huh?
That's right. We actually did. Yeah, I had Sarah coming around, but they usually she
Okay.
has the phones, and she'll go ahead and take.
Okay, okay.
Them. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, look at your friend. Hold on. I'll get him to look at you. There you go. So now you guys know when you hear that, "Ooh, ooh, ooh, ooh," it's the great horned owls hooting, right? And if you ever want them to come closer, just play the owl hoots, and they'll come in more closely.
There you go. You're welcome.
Really great to see it up close.
Yes, come, yeah.
I'd like to take a picture with my camera.
He's really nice. I'll just kind of come up and he'll go. Oh, he gets a little nervous sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Aw. Right, okay, come on here. Hold on. Let me get his head.
Like to be petted?
Yeah, you can touch down into his feet there.
Okay. I got a couple there for you, Bonnie. You're welcome.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, he's happy on her shoulder. He thinks he's just going to stay with you. He found a new best friend.
Come to me.
Yes. He likes you.
Okay, showing that picture.
Oh.
Thank you so much. This has been so neat. Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome. I hope this has been fun for you guys. It's fun for us to share.
Yeah.
A good memory, huh?
Back, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We're worrying about getting his
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, hey, Patty, yeah, they're headed back if you
Oh, here, let me get him to look over here. Okay, look over here, sweetie. Oh, sorry, there.
take you to lunch.
I got it.
Then show me what you got.
Okay, I've got to go. It's lunch bunch. I'm going to be late.
Sounds good, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Oh, that was great. I've been looking for you since early, and they go, no, she's not here, she's not here. I went back to my room, then come back, and they go, oh, they are
Thanks for coming. We
upstairs.
have lunch for us here in a couple of minutes.
Oh, I'm glad you found us.
Yay!
Yeah, here, let me make a
Look
path
at
for you.
that. Beautiful.
Oh, this
She's
is
the
so-
only one you have?
Yeah, right now he is the only one.
Oh, he.
Yeah, no problem. I've had a lot of others, but then I let them go back out into the wild.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, for him, I'm training him more.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. It was really fun for Oki to meet you.
Where do you find it on the wild to take it home and all that?
So he was turned in from the wild because he was injured, and he was taken to a hospital and on feeding
That's where
tubes.
you got it.
Yes.
Sounds good. We'll get it real fast. What do you think?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yay!
I love your necklace. That's sure so pretty on you.
Thank you.
I'm looking
It was really fun for us too. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Oh, amazing. Just to look at this.
very light. That is lightweight. All right, Janice, we'll get you one.
See how his eyes are so bulgy.
Yes.
We're gonna get you one. We have one more resin.
they
I would
have
like the nice
incredible
quick picture with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you got
Beautiful,
it.
huh, Gilda? Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You guys have lunch here in a little bit, so.
Do you want him to go on your shoulder?
Oh, yes, I
He's very nice, just so you know. He's always nice to everyone.
I'll take a picture, Janice, for you, and then I can send it to you.
Here, I'm going to put him over here by you, and he'll go.
Beautiful.
There he goes.
Ah,
Oh.
there you go, Janice. Smile pretty. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
He's beautiful. What did they call the little pod? Did they?
Oh, so they call it the casting.
Yes.
Or a pellet, either one, casting or a pellet that they spit up. Yeah.
When I, before I came here, I had a little one in one of my trees,
Oh, you did?
and I could hear him go coo,
Uh-huh.
coo. And it just one
Yes.
little, but then I'd see all these things. Just,
Oh, that was his little favorite hangout
I
spot.
never could get a very good look at him
Yeah.
because I think he was little.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
they little like that?
Yes, so they have little screech owls that are just even this big, and they make that little whoo, 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 whoo. Uh-huh.
I didn't notice that. I mean, I heard it when I was out in my garden. And then all of a sudden I thought, I think that's an owl.
Yeah, and then you can see all the pellets. Yeah, it sure
I
is.
thought, oh, that's an owl.
Yes. Oh, you sure found a lot of owls around you.
Yeah.
You keep your eye out for
Oh,
them.
this one we have out here, I don't see him very often. And you told me why.
Yes.
Because they're sleeping.
Yes.
But
In the daytime,
when
they're
I've
hiding.
seen him, it's been like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, that's when they're hunting, dusk and dawn. You're
He used to wait up on top of the roof of that building, and the birds come early to eat.
Uh-huh.
But boy, they know he's there.
Yeah, yeah.
And the minute he even wiggles a feather, they just explode.
It's so true. It's so fun seeing nature just being nature on its own, isn't it? So fun. That's great that you're out there watching and observing.
I love them. Can I just?
Yeah, you're touched down in here on his talons. Do you see how they're all furry, even down on his feet?
Beautiful.
And he's giving you a hug. When he leans into you, that is what an owl does when they give you a hug.
Come and give me a hug.
Picture, you mean? Get a picture of it.
Okay.
Oh, he's very nice.
Yeah, isn't he just pleasant and loving? Come here, sweetie pie. Come here. So he makes that little nervous noise like, oh.
Oh,
There you go.
thank you so much.
Welcome.
Oh, I love to know people that take such good care of the animals.
And then it's just fun to
And the
share them
birds.
with other people too.
Now, I didn't hear some of it.
Yeah.
Do you keep him in your house or outside?
I have both. He goes in my house, and he also has an outdoor aviary as well.
Oh, so he,
John,
Watch
do I
out,
know your
Bruce.
shoulder?
No.
He hasn't seen how nice he is yet. He was even on her shoulder.
gave me a hug.
Yeah, he gave her a hug. He's leaned right into her head.
He put his little head right there by mine.
That is breathing?
Yes, that's him cooling his body temperature down. Like a dog that goes, because he likes to run cooler. And if he's nervous, he just does that.
What does he eat?
He eats all other animals. So he'll eat mice, rabbit. This morning he ate some pheasant.
Really?
Yeah.
So he's a meat eater.
Yep. All raptors have to eat other animals
On the list for the lunch bunch there on
to,
the
for
way out.
survival.
Head out, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, take it easy.
Well, it's sure been yes, it's sure been nice to meet you guys.
I just love you taking care of him.
Well, you got to thank Josh. He set this whole thing up for you guys.
Thank you.
That's right. It's not my fault, good or bad. So,
This was so
real quick,
fun.
we talked about a donation.
Yeah.
And my corporate office needs a W-9 in
Sure.
order for me to make that. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Is
that's
there an email
you
that I
just
can
turn
get
that
from
off
you
for a minute.
that I can send you kind of the link to fill it out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, for
it'll just be
sure.
easy? Okay, what's a good